Hi, I'm Scotty of All Trades, and today we're going to show you how to cut down a 50-foot English walnut tree. And before I even get into the description, I just want to say that this is very dangerous work. You need an expert, someone that has lots of experience with a tree this size before you attempt any of it. I just want to show you some of the basics as far as how to rope work, how to do a notch, how to cut down different branches, how to fall it, just the basic techniques, and as far as how to cut it up and take care of the remaining tree. Now, some of the equipment we'll be using today to keep us safe, first of all, consists of my rock climbing equipment. I have a harness, I have a figure eight, I have a locking carabiner, and then I also have some multi-cord, some static rock climbing cord that is capable of withstanding a fall. This is just to keep me anchored into the tree and safe. You're going to also need a chainsaw that you feel comfortable using. Make sure it's someone that you've operated before. Practice with it, make sure it's tuned up, make sure the blade is sharp. That's the number one most important thing. A dull blade is going to be very dangerous. Dull is dangerous, so make sure you never use that. Safety equipment that you always want to have are definitely eye and ear protection, gloves, and any kind of long sleeve shirts. Don't wear shorts and closed-toed shoes for obvious reasons. First thing I do is get in the tree. I get a ladder, get it up to the safe height of the tree, and I have somebody at the bottom hold the ladder. You want to go up and get yourself situated in the tree. Make sure that the first step I did, make sure that any branches that are going to be in the way of larger branches falling are taken care of. Now, when you're going to make your cut for a branch up in the tree, in this case, what you do is you make the notch facing the direction you want the branch to fall. Now, you're going to come in from behind. What this does is weakens the branch. Gravity is going to take over and pull it away from the tree. Now, the last part of cutting this tree down is basically finding out which of the side of the tree has the most weight. Whichever side has the most weight, that is the just natural direction the tree is going to want to lean. So we cut off other two branches which had weight, counterbalancing the tree. So once we have those two branches off, we're going to be able to have the tree lay in the direction we want. Now, just to help the tree, what we have here is about 150 to a 200-foot rope tied into one of the top notches of the tree. We have that set to a fixed point on the ground, in this case another tree, just to keep any possible movement of the tree in the wrong direction from happening. What you see my dad at the bottom, he's notching out the tree, getting it into the right configuration. Now we have the rope tied into the tree, and then when he is ready, what we can't hear is as he's notching it out, he starts to hear the tree making small clicks and cracks. It's already cracking by that point, and so what we do is we just add a little weight, steady pressure once he starts to make his back cut. Make sure you have a signal in place. Make sure you have him ready to yell to tell you when to start pulling. That way you get the pressure on the tree right when he needs it. You don't want to pull before he actually does his back cut, as that can pull the tree and make it bounce, make it kind of slingshot back the wrong way. So you want to make sure that you only start pulling when the person who's cutting the tree is ready. Once we do that, this tree starts to slowly fall. Once it starts moving, then you can go ahead and yank it as hard as you can. Make sure you are as far from the tree as possible. Make sur you've already doubled, triple checked the length of the rope and the height of the tree. If you are the person at the base of the tree and you've notched it out and you're getting ready to cut, make sure that once you start to cut your tree and you know it's starting to fall, look to the very top of the tree to determine which way it's falling. Don't look at the trunk. Look at the very top of the tree. If you see the top moving in a certain direction, you can move in the opposite direction to be safe. Now that the tree fully on the ground and everything is safe, make sure you remove the rope before you do any kind of cleanup, chopping things up, getting it into manageable pieces. Make sure that you don't cut any supporting limbs on the bigger branches, as this tree in this case, a lot of the branches could crush and kill you or hurt you very badly. So make sure you do any kind of hanging branches first, get those done, and then slowly and carefully, if it's a really big branch, make sure you do a little undercut and then come in from the top so it fully separates as you go. Some tips on clearing brush: make sure that you always have a way out. Make sure that you clear the brush as you go. I like to rest my chainsaw on my left hip. I rotate the chainsaw around so the left side of the chainsaw is touching my left hip, which means that the bar is facing behind me. That way I can use my right hand to pull branches and put them where they need to go. Don't step on branches because you can trip fairly easily. And then when you're doing your cutting, try to bend your knees as much as possible, keeping your back straight. That's going to make sure that you have the longevity to do a lot of work. You're not going to tire your back out and create any kind of an injury. Thanks for watching. Hope this was informative. Hope you learned a lot. And again, make sure you use extreme caution and care before attempting any of these concepts. Make sure that you have the proper gear, the proper experience, and the proper people to give you advice if you're not fully comfortable doing this.